Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of the Fendi Baguette bag. This is the re-edition of the original Baguette that was released in the 90s. So this is the iconic Baguette design that was made popular by Sex and the City back in the 90s. And now they've released this re-edition that was relaunched, I think, in 2019. But before anything else, if you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm trying to reach 3,000 subscribers this year. So if these are types of videos that you like watching, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button down below. And if you want to connect with me on my socials, it's at JODIE. So there's going to be a full in-depth review of the Fendi Baguette re-edition. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the specs, pros and cons, wear and tear, and I'll be giving my general opinion of the bag. I'm also going to be showing mod shots later in the video, so stay tuned. So this is the re-edition version of the Fendi Baguette, and it was relaunched in 2019. And I feel like they have definitely modernized the original design of the Baguette. The specific style that I have is in the medium size in full Napa leather and gold hardware. It's in this beautiful caramel color and embossed with the Fendi FF logo all over. So this bag in specific is in the medium size so that you can see how it fits on me later on, because they do have a large version of this and they also have the mini. I think what I like best about this re-edition version is that it has a lock strap. So I will show you guys the strap over here. And this is something that didn't come with the original version. You just clip it onto the sides and you have a long strap that you can wear on your shoulder or crossbody. I will talk more about the strap later on, but first let's go into the specs, like the dimensions and everything in general about the bag. So for the dimensions, it's about 10.5 to 11 inches in length. For the height, like just vertically, I would say it's about like 5.5 inches, somewhere here, because 6 is already here. For the depth, it's about 2.5 inches when full, because currently I have a bag organizer over there to keep its shape, but usually it gets really thin without anything inside. And then for the drop handle of this bag, it's at 5 inches. So this one isn't really great for like on your shoulder, because especially if you have big arms like me, it will kind of like press in there unless you carry this bag to the side like this. So if you have smaller arms, you might be able to get away with it, but with this specific re-edition version, it's more of like just a top handle for this strap. Although the straps are detachable, so you can definitely attach like a longer strap if you want to carry it on your shoulder as like a shoulder body bag. Next, we'll go into the interior, and it just has a magnetic closure as so. It's actually really hard to open because right now I just have it like on the magnet because it does close like that. But if you have it like snapped inside, so I just snapped it inside with a magnet, and I will show you that it's kind of hard to open. There, see, it requires that much force to open. I actually put a sticker on it already just to like lessen the magnet because it's a very strong magnet. So that's one of my concerns actually, which I'll talk more about later. But basically this is what the interior looks like. I do have a bag organizer in it to keep its shape. This is actually a very thick organizer, which I requested. I requested it for it to be thick because I noticed that this bag is so soft. Look at it. Look at how soft it is without the organizer. Like it just melts onto your hand, and even like there, see, this is how much it melts if it doesn't have the organizer. So that is why you need the organizer, and this is still fairly in good condition, so I really wanted to like keep its condition by putting the organizer. This is from Bag Puff, by the way. So anyway, the interior just looks like this. It's just a dark canvas interior. It has a pocket, and that's basically it for the interior. So again, just for you to see without the bag organizer, this is how sloppy it looks like. It's a very sloppy bag, although if you like that vibe, why not? But there you go. See, on the side, this is what the bag looks like. So I would really recommend to have a bag organizer just to keep it shape. This also in the softest Napa leather, and I would say that it's very different from the Fendi Peekaboo Napa, because the Fendi Peekaboo Napa, it's kind of still a little bit stiff, but this one is just like really soft and luxurious. As you saw earlier, without the bag organizer, it just like melts into your hands. So it just like falls down like that. It's that soft. So it's like really amazing leather. And I feel like for the price you're paying, you're definitely getting your money's worth on this bag, because like the feel alone, it's already so luxurious and it just definitely feels expensive. So this is a bag that when I carry, I really feel like a lot of workmanship was put in this. So with regard to quality, I definitely have good things to say about this. Now for the pros and cons, and let's start with the pros. I definitely like how they reimagined the Fendi Baguette, because the original Fendi Baguette was just like a shoulder bag, but now they have it with the top handle and then they have a long strap as well, which I really like. One feature that they really thought about with this design is that they put two strap rings attached to the bag, so that you have two separate rings where you can attach your straps to. Because usually if they're both on one strap, it kind of gets like intertwined and the look wouldn't look as clean as if they have it separate. So as you can see, because they have the two separate rings, when you carry a top handle as so, the longer strap just falls down like this. Whereas if you had this strap just on one, it's kind of messy. See, like it just dangles there. It doesn't look as clean as if you have it on just one. I also like the separate ring feature because you can actually put key charms as well. So I have this Fendi Carlito, OGs will know, and you can just easily put it on that ring as well, so that it's on a separate ring and it doesn't bother whatever's going on with the top handle. I also love the length and the width of the long strap. I feel like it's very comfortable. Some people don't like it because it's not really good for crossbody, but I think it actually looks really cute when you crossbody it, because like at least for my height, I'm 5'5", it looks more of like a bum bag on me. So on my shoulder, it just looks like this, and I will put mod shots here, and it just hits like a little above the hip. And when I crossbody it, it's going to look like this. And it's not necessarily like up here, like how a bum bag would look like, but I feel like when I wear this as a crossbody, it gives me the effect of a bum bag, which I really like because it's not as bulky. So when I have it just here as a crossbody, it actually feels comfortable. I don't really feel like anything's in the way versus like, let's say, the Chanel flap. If you try to crossbody that, it also falls in the same area more or less as this bag, except because the Chanel flap is very rigid and sturdy, it just kind of juts out, versus this one, I feel like it molds to your body, so it doesn't really bother me, and I actually like the effect of it like as a crossbody. And I feel like I already have a fairly sized chest, so if you have an even smaller chest, I feel like it will fit you even better as a crossbody. However, if you're like a C plus for your chest, it might look a little too bulky over here, but for me, I think it fits just fine, and I really find it comfortable. However, again, you can buy straps for this. Fendi is all about the customization, so you can definitely buy crossbody straps for this if you don't like the current strap that they have. My next pro is the number of ways that you can wear it. It's kind of in conjunction with the earlier pro that I mentioned, but yeah, basically because there's so much strap options, you can wear it so many ways, and they're also all detachable. So if you want like a purse look, just like how it used to be worn on Sex and the City, you can actually detach all the straps and wear it as like a pouch, which I think Carrie used to wear her baguette a lot on the show like this, just like under her arm, like up as a pouch like this, just like how you carry a baguette. So it was kind of inspired with the baguette bread, so that's why it was also styled to be worn like this. So just like how French girls would carry their baguettes from the store, so just so casually cool like that. And again, if you want to do the top handle, you can add it and then add for another strap. So I feel like this is really versatile in the number of ways that you can carry it. Next, and I already mentioned this, but I really love the leather of this bag. It's really soft and luxurious, but for some reason, it doesn't really get much wear. Like for such a soft leather, usually you would see a lot of wear in like a few months. I would say, for example, like the Fendi Mini in Napa leather, the original version, that one gets scratches so easily because the Napa is so soft. But for this one, it's just like a really hard wearing Napa for some reason. I've worn this a lot. I brought this to my EUROTRIP last year, and and I wore it out a lot back then. But the Napa is just in like really good condition. I have not seen any like scuffing on the corners or like any scratches, so I think that's a really good thing. And I'm really surprised because the leather is so soft. And there's really that stigma for really soft, luxurious bags that they get worn out really easily. But for some reason, with how soft this bag is, it's still like in really good condition. Now for the cons, and I also mentioned earlier, the magnet. It took me a while adjusting to this magnet because it's just like, this magnet is next level. I really thought that I was going to tear this leather from opening the bag when I initially got this, when I didn't put the tape yet. Because as you can see now, I put the tape just to make the magnet less strong. So can you imagine without the tape how much stronger this magnet would be? Like, I really felt like without the tape, like every time I would open it, I would be ripping the leather off. Like, I feel like if you're not careful and you're just like, whoop, like I feel like the leather would just like all come off. That's how delicate this leather felt, along with a really strong magnet. So that's one thing. I'm not sure if they already fixed their magnets, because some people don't seem to have this problem, but yeah, I do. So my solution to that was to put the sticker, and now I don't really close it fully. As you can see, there's like the hole there, and when I use this bag out, if I know that I'm gonna be opening the bag again, I don't like fully close it. So I just let the magnet stick to each other, but not the hole go inside. You get what I mean? I'm not sure if I'm explaining that correctly. So if it's just the magnet, I can easily just lift it up like this, see? So that's just with the magnet close to each other, so that if I need to open my bag right away, I just simply lift it up. And I feel like it does secure the bag anyway, because it's a flap type bag. So the magnet is enough because it's so strong. With just a light magnet, it's strong enough to like close the bag either way without having to like completely shut it. You get what I mean? So I only really shut this bag when I feel like I'm going to an area which is not really secure. Next con would be the structure, but that's something that I fixed with the bag organizer. As much as the leather of this is really beautiful, very luxurious and very soft, without the organizer, I don't really like how it slouches and droops. It's not something that I would carry every day without the organizer. So I would really appreciate it more if it were like a sturdier type of leather. As much as I feel like I'm contradicting myself, I really love the softness of it, but again, with the organizer. So without the organizer, this is not something that I would be really obsessed with, because you saw earlier how it would slouch. So yeah, the leather's beautiful, but in terms of like wearability and like long term, I'm not sure if the slouchy leather is really going to withstand like the long term wearability of it. So if I were to change something, I would definitely make it like a more structured, just not super structured, but a little more structured than this currently, like without the organizer. Maybe if it looked like this without the organizer, like if you put it to the side and it just falls like this, not as droopy and as buttery as how it does without the organizer. You get what I mean? But yeah, I feel like that's one con I see about this bag. Aside from that, I don't think there's anything else. I think people would probably complain mostly about the strap drops, but again, those things can be fixed with replacing them, and Fendi really encourages people to customize their bags, so definitely like the strap drop wouldn't be a problem. Just change it if you're like bothered by it and you want like a longer drop. Now for the wear and tear, honestly, there's not much. As much as it's so soft and looks like it'll get a lot of wear very easily, it doesn't really have much. I got this last year, and although this is not my daily beater bag, I just occasionally use this bag, but the wear so far, I don't really see much. So all the corners are still in great condition, no scuffing. As you can see, the flap, mostly the flap type of bag, the flaps would usually lift up from time because of opening and closing, but this one, it's still straight, as you can see. So that's still in great condition. Honestly, like color transfer, none. I just had like ball pen marks somewhere over here on the strap, but I kind of tried to remove that. The buckle, yes, it does have scratches, although I feel like with hardware and bags, that's really inevitable. So it just has some scratches. It's not really that visible. I think the most wear would be on the straps. There's kind of like some discoloration on the leather where the strap rings are attached. So that's because probably from the oxidizing of the metal here. And that's why this area is a bit dirty already. So there is some very, very tiny tarnishing, but just on the rings. For the clasps, they're still really gold. No tarnishing on either clasp, and even on the front hardware, no tarnishing. So that's basically the wear and tear so far in about a year. And the glazing, honestly, not much either. Glazing is still in pretty good condition. No scratching, no peeling of the glazing just yet. So yeah, that's pretty much the wear and tear so far in 1 year. So that's about it for this Fendi Baguette. I really love the bag. I feel like this is a very functional bag. It's very versatile. It's very casual, cool. It's for girls that are on the go. It's not a very prim and proper vibe of bag. I feel like it's really more of like a cool girl bag. Especially with a long strap, it made it really much more functional, and it just gives like a really casual, cool type of vibe to me. So this is the type of bag that I would see like girls wearing on like a lazy day. Just throw on a shirt, jeans, and like throw on this bag for like a casual day out in the city. That's the vibe that this gives, and I really like it. Especially in this color. I really love that I got it in this caramel color because it matches a lot of my outfits. So that's about it. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned a thing or two about the Fendi Baguette. If you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button down below to help the YouTube algorithm, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you could. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!